Hi, I'm Juliet, and this is Beyond Limits. In my professional career, I have had the opportunity to mentor and coach young people and often asked how they can achieve positive results in their personal and professional lives. My answer is always simple. It starts with self. Believing you can beat the odds and equipping yourself with relevant tools, techniques, skills, attitudes, and also seizing the opportunity in every challenge to rise to the top. I'm very passionate about empowering people and helping them to get the best results in their lives. That's the driving force behind Beyond Limits. Beyond Limits is a movement. It's a journey of self-leadership. It's a bold statement of fact that we all have what it takes to reach beyond the stars and, with a little help, become a star too. So this is the point at which we forget about everybody in the room. Now it's just you and I, because this is actually serious business. I met with some of you a few months ago, and I mentioned that I would love to do some more work with you. It's taken some time, busy schedules, etc. But I'm so glad to finally have the opportunity to keep that commitment. And it is a firm commitment. I'm very excited about the journey we're about to go on together. I'm committed to you, and I invite you to be committed to yourself. To just believe that at the end of this, things are going to be different for you. And if you put in the desired effort and commitment, you will see results. A lot has gone into this for your benefit. I'll talk in a minute about the structure of the program, focused on self-leadership and personal effectiveness. This season, I'm working with a few young women. It's an intensive 3-month program on self-leadership and personal effectiveness. I invite you to join us on this journey of self-discovery as we aim to go beyond limits. Let's introduce you to our mentees.
My name is Madonna. I'm 23 years old. We're 6 in number in my family. I wanted to be a medical doctor, but I decided to be a fashion designer. I'm here to learn more about entrepreneurship and how to move forward.
I'm Ruth Idoma, currently studying financial accounting in National Open University of Nigeria. I'm 25 years old, from Benue State in Nigeria. Apart from academic, I have something that has caught my attention so deeply, and that is fashion design. I have flair in fashion, and when I heard of this program, this skill acquisition program, I applied for it. I'm here to better my skill, to develop my skill, to know more about fashion, to learn more about designs, and also to be very creative.
I am Amin Antonia. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Kogi State. Interest in life, meeting people, learning new things, and also giving out the knowledge I've gained to others that I haven't gotten. I love to see people being empowered, not dependent on others. I love to see them be proud of themselves and hope to achieve more as they go on in life and not be discouraged no matter what they see.
My name is Uzuchi Diego Florence. I'm 21 years old from Anambra State. I love cooking and reading. I'm learning fashion for now, but I want to be a newscaster. One here is I want to learn more about the business of fashion, how to go big in it, and how to have the results in life.
My name is One Anita. I am from Cross River State. I am 21 years old. I'm an apprentice currently. I'm learning hairstyling, and like the program implies, Beyond Limits, I want to hit want to go beyond that limit.
My name is Pauline Uwagaye. I'm from Edo State. I'm 29 years old. I came to Beyond Limits to be educated and to be inspired. I'm a student of business administration, so that I came here so that I will learn when I'm through from school, the knowledge I will gain from here so that I'll be able to use this in my business and pass it to other people.
My name is Elizabeth Idoma. I'm 28 years old. From Benue State, I studied marketing. I've always seen big businessmen and I always appreciate them in the market, and I hope to become like them. My aim of coming here is to gain knowledge, to improve myself, and to become creative, to build a very good business environment for my clients, for my customer, my potential customers.
My name is Osayi Grace. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Imo State and I'm a student, and I'm here because I want to aim more. It's beyond limits and I want to go beyond expectations.
My name is Juliet Ehimuan. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Abia State. I'm a 300 level student of Medical Laboratory Science, Imo State University. Why I came to this workshop is to be able to broaden my mindset and to acquire more knowledge in other fields apart from my current field of study. I hope to become the best medical laboratory scientist in Nigeria and have the biggest lab with branches all over the world.
My name is Lilia Wachuku. I am 26 years old. I am from Imo State. I studied mathematics education in Imo State University. Presently, I work in an hospital as an accounts officer. I came for this program, Beyond Limits, because I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a boss someday.
I'm Ukereke Agnes. I'm 20 years old from Ebonyi State. Presently, I work in a hospital as an auxiliary nurse. I intend to go to school to study nursing science. I came to Beyond Limits to empower myself, to learn new things that can help me while in school, so that I don't directly depend on my parents.
My name is Matuku Chiamaka Stella. I'm 28 years old. I'm from Imo State. Presently, I work in the hospital, St. Joseph Clinic, as a cook. Reason is because I like cooking very well. So it's my hobby though. Right from my JS1, I love being in the kitchen. Also, why I came to Beyond Limits, it's because I heard the things that are going on here. The way you train me to achieve my aim, because one day I would like to be a big boss, controlling my own girls, teaching them how to do things I've learned from here, and also making people outside see themselves big. If I can achieve it, they too can achieve, with or without school.
My name is Lanre. I'm from Imo State. I'm 23 years old. We are 6 in number. I would like to be a medical lab scientist. My aim of being here is to be empowered and also build a brand.
Some of you talked about leadership in your intros, talking about you'd like to inspire leadership. You want to be more of a leader or a boss in your own life. I firmly believe that leadership starts with self. There's no point trying to lead anybody if you cannot lead yourself. That is where it starts from. Charity begins at home. We have to first lead ourselves, be able to be in control of my life, be the captain in the ship of my life, be able to direct where things are going. And personal effectiveness. What are some techniques? What are some tools? What are some things that I can do to make myself more effective? Because nobody was born with all the answers. We learn as we go on. We learn, we get help from people, we acquire tools and so on. And that's how we grow. So that's why this is self-leadership and personal effectiveness. We'll start by just really defining, what a vision is, and I'd like to hear about, what you guys want to achieve. We'll talk about how you create and crystallize a vision. And then we'll talk through some other concepts. So each class, I'll introduce 5 concepts. that we can work with, things to think about, things that affect our behavior, affect our ability to get results, and so on. So I'll introduce 5 concepts. And we will develop a plan. At the end of this session, one of your assignments would be to develop a plan around your vision. So let me say, actually I'll come back to vision, but just talking about the structure of the program. So you'll have a plan. Now that plan would have milestones, which are like things you achieve along the way. So if your plan, for example, is for 1 year, to say, by this time next year, I would have achieved this, this, and this. I don't expect you guys to be champions. There's only one thing I expect you to be a champion at, and that is the commitment. You should be champions for yourselves. And what that means is you should say to yourself, I'm going to put in everything, this opportunity, I'm going to put everything to make it work for me. That's all I require from you. But I don't expect you to have answers. I don't expect that, by week 2, you'll come and, you've achieved this goal, you've achieved that, you're flying high, and No. I just expect you to be honest and work through the process. Because development is a journey. You build and develop on different parts of, on different skills and different areas. And when you achieve a result in one part of your life, it actually has an impact on other parts of your life. That's why one of the things we're going to do, and I'll talk about domains of life shortly, is to just pick one area to focus on. The truth is, by the time you apply that discipline to get results in one area, you'll just find that you as a person, you are changing, and that change will reflect in other areas of your life. Now, it's very important to have a vision because that sets the direction for your life. How many of you have seen Alice in Wonderland? Okay, so it's a movie. And you have this girl, Alice. She was going through all kinds of adventures and so on. Now, at a point, she got to a crossroad where she could either go left or right. And she didn't know where to go. So she stood at that junction, just like what you can see on the screen. So she stood at that junction, and there was a little animal there, like a hare. And she said, where do I go? Do I go left or right? And the hare said, well, where do you want to get to? And she said, actually, I don't know. And the hare said, well, if you don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter which road you take. And that is so true about life. If you don't know where you're going, then you can be blown by the wind. Somebody comes tomorrow and says, let's do this one. Another person comes and says, this is the next hot thing. Or, there's this event or this party here, let's just go. Your time is not really directed towards anything. So you just go with the flow. So it's very important to have at each point in time so that you're very conscious about where is my life going. Most people that achieve results have a very clear mindset around what they want to achieve. Next week, I would spend some time talking about how to develop your plan in more detail, and then presentation skills. By week 3, I would want you to be able to present back your plans. And I'll invite a few friends who would be like a panel that you'll present to. I'm not alone on this journey. I'm joined by a few friends who believe in the cause and have kindly volunteered their time.
Hi, I'm the Catalyst, and my name is Lanre Olusola. I'm a life, mind, and behavioral change coach. Beyond Limits. What is it all about? Why am I on this journey with Juliet? Do you know that you are the captain of your ship, you are the driver towards your destiny, and the master of your fate? You are your own greatest enemy, and the greater enemy is the enemy within. So Beyond Limits for me means changing mindsets, it means transforming how your mind works and mastering your behavior. I like this journey because we're taking people from where they are to where they deserve to be and where they desire to be. And I am bringing in my expertise as a coach and a behavioral change therapist. And I'm excited about this journey. I love what Juliet is doing, and I count it an honor and a privilege. And so I'm excited to be walking this walk with Juliet. Juliet, thank you very much for this honor and privilege.
Hello, my name is Adeola Azeez. I'm one of the founding Board of Trustees for Women in Management and Business WIMBIZ. Why am I on this journey with Juliet? Juliet is creating value, adding value, and changing lives. When Juliet is doing that, and she invites me on a journey like this, I will run to do whatever it is to make and change lives. This is what I love to do. I will call on every woman in Nigeria that is called upon to add value and give confidence to women so that they reach, they go, they surpass and outperform themselves. It's called Beyond Limits, self-leadership, and personal effectiveness. If you do all those three, we will rule Nigeria. Women will rule Nigeria. And I say it with every blood in me. The journey is just starting. We're not finished yet.
My name is Osayi, Alile, CEO of ACT Foundation, and I'm really excited to be on this journey with Juliet today. I believe that every woman must work together to make sure that every girl accomplishes a certain goal. This journey you can't take alone. Every time you open the door, you have to make sure that other women walk through it. And I'm hoping that every girl in this journey can look back in 10 years' time and say to ourselves, indeed, our mark is on every one of them. And they too, in return, will begin to bring women up with them. It's a great opportunity, and I'm so glad that Juliet has given us this to work together with her on.
So let me tell you a little bit about my own journey, and I'll do that very quickly. So I read computer engineering at IFE. Now, when I got in, we were just two ladies in my class, a class of 40-something people. And there were, of course, there could have been a lot of limiting beliefs around, a woman in engineering. There's only two of you, how are you going to cope? All those types of things. And sometimes, my classmates would make comments, like sometimes I remember maybe we would have an assignment and somebody would say, maybe like a group assignment, just go and sit down, we'll do the assignment and give you, So don't stress yourself, show you're a woman, that sort of thing. And I just felt like, I need to learn this stuff. I need to earn my own place. I don't need you to. So I would show up and work with them and do the work and so on and so forth. Now, I'm sharing this just to encourage you, right? When I finished if I did computer engineering, it was a 5-year course. I graduated with first class. Now, the reason I'm sharing this was not down to any lecturer giving me a handout or any godfather or whatever. It had nothing to do. I earned my place. Now, some of the techniques that I used, when I first got in, I didn't know how to size myself up. And sometimes you're in environments like that. In secondary school, yes, I know I was doing well, but this is a new environment. Competition is different. How, I don't know, am I a first class material? Am I second class? Am I third class? I don't know, right? And sometimes when you can't see it, it's hard for you to believe it. When we talk about, your vision and visualizing, and those empowering beliefs, sometimes you need to take some steps to help you to believe it. So I decided that my first semester, I would work as hard as I could. Let me know that, okay, this is it, I can't do any more. Whatever I get in terms of my grade at the end of that first semester, I know that's my level because I've worked as hard as possible, right? So I did that. And at the end of that semester, I got 4.12 or so, which was first class is 4.1, was 4.1 or 4.0. So I knew that it was possible. That was what built my confidence. This is about owning your own reality and your own story. If you can believe it by just saying it, great. But if you can't, then take the step that would make it more real for you, so that your mind is working with you, not against you. Any questions? Great. I guess that's it. It's going to be an amazing 12 weeks with these ladies, and it's my intention and commitment to help them achieve the best results. But it's as much for them as it is for you. And I'd like to invite you to join us on this journey as we go beyond limits.